Hello, Internet. Hello, world. I am Caleigh LeGrand, and I am here in Toronto at the 8th Annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. We are live on the Internet in Roncesvalles. We are actually on the street Roncesvalles, and last year, if you tuned in, you would have noticed that I would have said that we were on Ossington. We weren't. We were here. Little Easter egg for those of you who are joining in as returners. We are so excited to have year number 8 on the go, being live on the red carpet. We have filmmakers that are going to be joining us and telling you about the projects that they've put into the festival this year. But to start off, I'm going to bring up the festival director, the man who started this all himself, to tell you a little bit about what this is. Stefan Kuchar, please take a step. Hello.
Hello, nice to see you again.
It's always lovely to see you. Maybe you can tell everybody out there who wasn't able to make it live here in Toronto what the Sudden Impulse Festival is.
For sure. The Sudden Impulse Film Festival is a local film festival here in Toronto. We showcase local artists' work, largely comedic or films that are odd or weird or represent outcasts. It's a very entertaining night full of laughs, and it happens once a year, and also features live music too during an intermission. So
I think that's one of my favorite parts, the fact that it brings in people who might feel like outcasts elsewhere and we feel at home here. Why exactly is that? Maybe you can talk about how this started.
Oh, I thought, there's a niche with outcasts. Let's get their money. No, I'm an outcast myself. I think films are, there's a saying I like. It says, let your weird light shine bright so other weirdos know where to find you. And I think this festival is all about the weirdos out there who are putting out alternative films and comedies and taking risks with decisions that don't necessarily get played at other festivals or mainstream markets. So yeah, it's something to celebrate being different, and it's all independently run and funded, so it's all just for the love of showing the community what the community is making.
Taking risks and being different, something that I think we should be highlighting more in Toronto. If there's something that stood out from previous years, what would you say so far is one of the most memorable risk takers or moments that you remember from previous years?
Oh, there's been a lot. I mean, year one was an open bar, so that was a really fun.
Wait. I was not here on year one. I'm like only a couple years in. Where did the open bar go?
And it was $10 cover back then, which was insane. So it was admission and all you could drink for $10, and somehow I made money. And I guess the risk was I just wanted my friends to come out and have a good time. And when people came out and they just, I think, felt sorry for me about how cheap it was, they gave me more money. And I broke even that year. And so I've always taken risks because I never aimed to make money on this. I always aim to break even. And I'm always surprised at the generosity and the turnout of the community around here.
Well, that's impressive. What is the risk that you would say, the biggest risk that you took this year for the 8th year?
Oh, the biggest risk this year is throwing it in the fall. It's never been a fall festival, but I ended up on a show in Sudbury and I wasn't able to host it during the usual season. So we'll find out, I guess, tonight how turnout is and whether or not we'll see this festival in the fall again or whether it'll go back to the spring.
I mean, I've got to admit, I love this. I know that we had beautiful sunsets, but being live on the internet, I know it was also kind of a challenge, a really fun challenge to see how we could control the lighting while following the sun. So I personally love being at this time of year. It's the perfect warmth. I don't need to wear a jacket. Neither of us are wearing a jacket. We don't actually match this year. Did you not get my message?
Oh, no. How embarrassing. And on live TV.
On live TV. That is the reaction to when Stefan does not answer Caleigh LeGrand's wardrobe calls.
Next year.
Yes. Next year I'll also probably not wear the busiest thing, something that's louder than the car screeching you probably heard over the internet. Thank you for introducing the festival. I believe we have some filmmakers to start us off and walk the red carpet. Is that right?
No. We're going to start with a musician. So I'm going to get the band out here, Oxala, and then we'll go to our filmmakers.
There we go. We're starting off with a little bit of music.
You never know what's going to happen here at the Sudden Impulse Film Festival.
Who can never be sure? I'm Caleigh LeGrand. This is the 8th year for the Sudden Impulse Film Festival. We are going to start off with our musician. We'll move to the filmmakers in just a moment, but let's have our musicians step onto the red carpet and introduce themselves. Come on up. Hello.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Meet you. Hey.
Hi. If you wouldn't mind introducing both yourselves, I want to shake both your hands. Alan, I'm going to pass the microphone over to each of you so that we can let the internet know as well.
Great. I guess I'll start. Yeah. So I go by Oxala. That is my artist moniker. My name is Diane Oliveira, and I'm a singer, songwriter, and a great friend of Stefan's. So it's really, really exciting to be here tonight. Anything that has a red carpet, I get all jazzed to just kind of, feel all sparkly. So yeah, we're gonna do a couple originals tonight, a few covers. It's gonna be great.
I mean, the red color really gets everybody fired up. I think that's why we use it with bowls to attract them. We're all on our toes. Would you mind introducing yourself as well? Step a little closer into the middle.
Sure. My name is Alan Kulka, and I am a guitarist and a songwriter and great friend of Oxala, and grateful that she's having me out to perform with her tonight. And I wore some red pants because I heard there's going to be a red carpet, so there you go.
And you wanted to make sure you were matching because you got the email. I mean, clearly I didn't get my own email, but the red lips is what's going on for us. We're going to allow all the fire trucks to save people who need to be saved in the city tonight. Shift on over so that we're in the middle here. We're getting a signal from our cameraman. Would you mind telling us how you two met and what kind of music it is in terms of fitting into being outcasts at the Sudden Impulse Film Festival?
Sure. So Alan and I actually met in high school. He was a year older than me. Super fangirl. He's a fantastic guitarist. I was like a fan all through high school. We ended up in a band together at one point during the 4 years. And then we just stayed friends ever since. He went on to, you studied at Yale, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Low-key just, went to Yale.
No big deal.
I mean, as a player, as a songwriter, we've always just kind of been a little odd. So I think, like Stefan said, odd people tend to just gravitate towards each other. And I write about a lot of stuff like that, about just kind of finding my way, my path on my creative journey.
Beautiful. And what would you say is the biggest challenge that you had in terms of putting together your music so far?
In terms of like original music or just...
Can be any challenge that you've had, something that collectively it could, I mean, you have, I'm sure, many stories since you've known each other since high school. What's the biggest challenge that you've seen as far as musicians creating your work?
Do you want to answer that?
Go ahead.
I don't know if I have I was going to say, I don't know if I have a good answer, but I think, especially in today's world, like there's so much going on. There's a lot of noise, and it's just like, how do you get people excited about original content that they can like invest into and like kind of be a part of essentially and kind of grow with you as an artist and be part of that whole process. I feel like, the industry is just so saturated nowadays, which is great. I mean, there's so much out there, but it's like, how are you going to make yourself stand out or like get people to like jump on board with you and invest in your project, right? Or you as an artist and a brand, so to speak, and kind of build with you. So that's always kind of a big thing for me anyways, like in terms of like thinking about that. Because I mean, everyone can write an amazing song nowadays and produce it, and it costs way less than it did back in the day, right? Like back in the day, you needed so much money, but now it's like you can do it in your bedroom, literally, if you have the right like skill sets and whatnot. But so it's like, what are you gonna do to like differentiate yourself from everyone else, or like build like a brand around your music and your image and stuff like that? So yeah, so I don't know. That's what I would say.
And in doing so, what's the biggest risk that you've taken to differentiate yourself?
I'll take this one.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So I came up through like a lot of theater programs, training programs that sort of like teach you how you're supposed to be an actor or to be a singer. And it wasn't until I just like took a step away from all of it, went and worked in a completely different industry, went and got completely different skills, that I finally now feel like I'm becoming the artist that I've always wanted to be. So it's a reflection of my own creativity as opposed to trying to fit into some kind of expectation that came from outside of myself.
That's beautiful. I love that. We are amongst many risk takers tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you have a blast on stage tonight. They will be performing in between the films that we have. And if you want to go into the theater, it's now open. You carry it on straight down that red carpet onto fandom. Thank you for joining us. Thank you out on the internet, the interwebs, the ethernet, joining us on Roncesvalles live at the 8th Annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. I'm Caleigh LeGrand, and I'm about to bring up our first filmmaker to hit the red carpet tonight. If you wouldn't mind joining us, I'm going to have you stand on either side of me. Thank you. Coming close to me, I'm going to pass the microphone over so that you can introduce yourselves quickly.
I'm Tobor.
I'm Brian Kennington.
And I'm Ray Kennington.
Thank you so much. Now, if you wouldn't mind telling us a little bit about the film that you have in tonight. I believe that you've spearheaded this project, so I'm going to let you do that introductory.
Okay. Hi, yeah. I am the director and writer of a film called The Film Festival. It's a story about two filmmakers from Canada that have made a feature film and have tried to find a distributor and have been looking all over the place and been turned down by everybody. Finally, they get accepted in a small town in Austria by a name I'm not going to disclose because you have to see the film first. But our film is played all over the world. We've won over 50 laurels. The last one we won was at the Birmingham Film Festival back in November of 2018.
Do you have something to add to that?
It's the best film you're going to see tonight.
I mean, who needs to say more with that? So this sounds like something that I'm sure a lot of filmmakers can attune themselves to. I'm sure that we've had similar struggles. Is this something that comes from a personal experience?
A little bit. Stuff I've encountered over the years, also talking to other filmmakers. But we do have a lot of in-jokes about actors and about making movies. And we also poke fun at European films, the indie type of films that are very sort of pretentious. So we do have a lot of fun. But it's all in good jest and good humor. And and actually my wife here plays one of the roles in it.
Lovely. Would you mind telling us about your role and what it was like to step into that role?
My character's name is Frau Bau. I operate a bed and breakfast that our two young filmmakers are going to stay at while they're in our village. So they meet me, I welcome them in, we have a cup of tea, and there's some mishaps and some comedy moments there I won't elaborate on. And then they go on about their business in our village.
And are you also playing a filmmaker? Does your character know about the filmmaking industry?
Oh yes, they're there for a festival that's actually being thrown, a film festival in our village.
Okay.
They're staying in my bed and breakfast.
But as your character, running this bed and breakfast, does your character already have an understanding of the film industry, or do you play a character that maybe can sit with the audience and have that explanation so that the filmmakers themselves can do a bit of exposition of what it's like in this crazy world?
In all frankness, the part, I'm just a very mild-mannered and very friendly woman. I'm enjoying the fact that the village I live in is hosting this. It's good for my pocketbook. But no, I would have to say that no. As my character, no awareness of the importance of their visit to my village.
That's lovely that you're able to play that part for the audience, because being a filmmaker myself, maybe I get a little pretentious about our industry and the importance of it.
Don't we all?
I do have a soapbox every once in a while.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't mind also sharing your role in the project.
Oh, sure, yeah. I played the chief antagonist early on, and I also was in the crew and whatever, because as you know, with short films, you do this, that, and the other. And I just wanted to say that your accent was spot on. She worked really hard on her accents, as did most of us. And it was, I think, really authentic. Heartwarming and also very funny at the same time. But yes, I get beat up.
You get beat up. He leaves us off on that note. Well, I'm sitting on the edge of my proverbial seat. I'm really excited to head in and see your film. Thank you so much for joining us on the red carpet.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being part of the festival. If you'd like to join in right now, the doors are open.
Come out and see more short films.
Please do, Toronto and world, for those who want to come and visit and maybe dip into our tourism and help our pocketbooks. Step onto the red carpet, come say hello, and watch a couple of short films that stand out from the crowd. Thanks so much. You can head on in. Thank you for joining us on the internet. Thank you for coming down. There's an incredible crowd that is starting to gather around. Maybe you can hear some of the commotion. I am Caleigh LeGrand, and we are at the 8th Annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. I have another filmmaker who's going to be joining me on the red carpet. Please step on up in the middle with me. I'm going to note just to start off that I'm a huge fan of oversized jean jackets. I almost wore one to the red carpet, so somebody is getting my emails. I'm going to pass this off quickly so that you can all introduce yourselves, squeeze on in like you like each other. Here we are.
I'm Mallory Drum, the producer of Practice Makes.
I'm Alex Lee Williams. I acted in and co-wrote and co-directed Practice Makes.
And I'm Jay Drakulich, and I co-directed and co-wrote Practice Makes.
Practice Makes. That's lovely. Maybe you can tell me a little bit, just give me a quick log line of what the film is about.
It's kind of just like a joke. It's a joke that sets up really simply with a really simple punchline, and that's kind of the way that we like to tease it. Yeah, that's the best way to think of it, you know what I mean? Yeah.
If it's a joke, I'm assuming that this is a short film. What's its length?
So it's 5 minutes. But it's simple in what the story is. That's why we kind of told you what it was about. Like, it's a guy driving around, essentially having a conversation with himself. But it's really at the core of that story what the twist is and where the punchline kind of lies. You know what I mean?
So he's talking to himself. Is this?
Yes.
Does he? Is the whole film him in a car driving around? Are there any other scenes or setups that you did?
You'll see. Yeah. But it's mainly him by himself in a car. Yeah.
We don't want you to know anything about the secret of film because it's a joke, and it's an inside joke.
That you have to be here to get, yeah.
I mean, whoever is out there watching on the interweb, shame on you for not getting down to Roncesvalles, 400 Roncesvalles. I double-checked the address this year since I told you it was on Ossington last year. This year we have more of a crowd coming out, and there are people who are going to be on the inside of this joke. But maybe for the people who aren't able to attend, you can tell us, what was the biggest challenge in putting together this project?
I think it was that. I think, like having one character who's in the entire film who's having a dialogue with himself. I mean, that's kind of like an odd structure to begin with, right? So that was definitely something that was kind of a challenge to work with. But this guy being the fantastic actor and ad-libber that he is, gotta say, pulled it off.
So ad-libbing. So there was a room for improv with this project.
Oh yeah, like whenever we make anything, we kind of just treat the script as basically a blueprint, but it's always meant to be scrambled up, and it's always meant to breathe something new. Whether we're acting in it or we're having anyone else participate in it, we always want it to just be a starting point so that the best ideas can come out from everybody. We always encourage everyone to pitch their best ideas, so there's always room. And I don't think we've ever shot anything where it was sticking so closely to the script, so we always like to just start somewhere and end somewhere new.
You get cool energy with that, right? And if you go in really prepped, then you can really pull out those kind of performances with, interacting with the environment. Something might happen on the day that inspires the actor. So yeah, you really just get this kind of really energetic, organic performance.
How long did it take you, once you went to camera, how long did it take you to shoot this before you moved into post?
One day we shot on a Saturday and then went to post later that evening, and then I think kind of wrapped it up like within the week.
Okay, so from start to beginning, how long did it take? From inception of idea, script, shoot, post?
Well, Jay actually had the idea back in film school, and so we had been talking about redoing this idea for a really long time, like 10 years, I think. 10 years of trying to convince Jay to redo the film again, yeah. A 1 day of production, and then 2 days post, and then now we're here. Yeah.
10 years to make a 5-minute short that you can only see here at the Sudden Impulse Film Festival.
Took a long time to figure out that punchline.
We had to get the investors, everybody. It was a lot. There was a lot. Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
There's a lot riding on this punchline now. Yeah. We're all going to judge real hard, those of us who showed up. Thank you for showing up on the red carpet. Thank you for joining me. If you'd like to step on in, the doors are open, and you can walk this way. Thank you. See you on the inside. Thank you, Toronto and world. Internet watching the 8th Annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. My name is Caleigh LeGrand. We are at 400 Roncesvalles, and we are about to have another filmmaker step onto the red carpet to tell you about their project. Come on up, guys. Squeeze on in like you are all friends already. Come to my other side.
Hey, this is
yeah,
great size.
we're gonna.
Hair here.
Thank you.
I love it. I feel honored.
For those who didn't hear, this is apparently the good side, my good side, because it has hair.
It's the hair. It's the good. The hair is the good side. So I get it.
I mean, this is also coming from somebody who has some pretty cool hair. It matches her nails, I've already noticed, which has already made me self-conscious about my nails. Let's start off by some introductions so that you can let the world out there watching live who you are and maybe the title of your project to start.
I'm the arm candy. This is Braden's project. We're here for Dirty Dogs Get the Hose, and this Dirty Dog got the hose. So.
Oh, Braden, tell us about Dirty Dog Got the Hose.
Yeah, so it's a film we shot in Buffalo with some friends of ours from Buffalo. It was an amazing project. We wanted to sort of look at the city as it was, falling apart a little bit. We took a lot in. We sort of made it as it happened. Everyone we worked with was fantastic, and we just hope people are out there and going to enjoy it. Yeah.
You made this in Buffalo. Now, are you from the States? Are you a Canadian filmmaker?
Yeah, Canadian filmmaker, born and raised in North Bay, moved to Toronto a number of years ago. I think Buffalo was just a city that we thought had a lot of interesting potential, and it sure came out in the city. If you watch the film and you know Buffalo at all, you'll really get the heart of the city in the movie.
What would you say, for those who haven't been to Buffalo, is the heart of the city that you captured?
It's an excellent question. I think for Buffalo, if there's nothing else, it's the individuals that you find there. You know, everybody in Buffalo is a unique person. Nobody's trying to be anything that they're not. And what you end up seeing in the movie is that sort of struggle to be who you are, but to still connect with other people.
Well, that fits perfectly for the Sudden Impulse Film Festival. Can you tell me, first of all, about your hat? I can't see all of it, what it said, but there's some simulacra happening in my mind. Make my dick work again.
Yeah, is that okay on the internet?
Well, I just said the words into the internet, so there's no bleeping since we're live, and I think it's feisty. It fits with what this film festival is. Did you wear that while you were shooting in the States?
No, we hadn't had it yet when we were filming, but it came out with the media company that we have, doing mixed media, doing T-shirts and whatnot. Apologies Limited. If you check it out, the hat certainly has a lot to do with what the movie's all about, and we hope people appreciate it. You know, it's a bit of a political message, but it's also just a message of fun. So.
Perfect. Well, we're going to leave that as a teaser. Before you step off the carpet, can you tell me what your biggest hurdle was with this project?
I mean, money, I think. Money is always the biggest hurdle. Being able to pay people what they deserve, trying to make it all happen. There's not enough money out there for young, independent filmmakers. And I think events like this, like SIFF here, are going to make all the difference in the future. So I hope it can change things for not only us, but everybody else here.
That's a beautiful message. Thank you so much. Thank you, by the way, for the hair compliment. Really feeling great.
You look great. You look great. Give it up for our host here.
Okay, so now she's going to stay on the carpet with me for the rest of the interview segment.
Great. This is great. Thank you all. And thank you, Braden, for your film.
Thank you for being there for me through all of this. I super appreciate it. Yeah.
It's all about the individuals, and we're feeling a lot of love down at the 8th Annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. If you'd like to head on in and start grabbing a seat, you're more than welcome to start walking down the rest of the red carpet.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for joining.
All right.
See you on the inside. Thank you for joining us on the internet. Thank you for joining us on the street and in the theater here at the Review Cinema at 400 Roncesvalles in Toronto, Ontario. I am Caleigh LeGrand, and this is the 8th annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. We do have another filmmaker who's going to be stepping onto the red carpet with me. I believe it's actually a returning filmmaker. He had a project in here before. Come on up and join me. Hello, I remember you, but let's see if everybody out in the internet remembers you. I'm going to let both of you introduce yourselves to the world. Step on in a little bit.
Oh, hey, I'm El Kwango. I produce comedic shorts, mostly very short shorts, as you'll see tonight. And I'll let you introduce yourself.
Sure. Angela Koseski. I'm an actress and stunt woman.
Very cool. I think this may be the first stunt woman that we've had on a red carpet. Let's first start off with talking a little bit about the short film that you have. Let's try not to give too much away, but for those who weren't able to make it live to see the project, what would you say this is about?
Just more of the same from last year, just a bit longer. Last year I made like 1 minute shorts, now they're a bit longer. Now I made them 1.5 minutes long. So
Now-
yeah, a bit more this year.
Because you can. Now that you have your following, you get to tease them along and hold their attention a little bit longer. Were there stunts involved?
Not in this particular one.
However, she has been involved in other projects of mine where she did stunts. But we won't see those tonight, unfortunately.
Well, then you're not missing out on that action, but maybe we can talk a little bit about what that is. For those who have never been a part of the industry, what does that take to be a stunt woman?
Oh my gosh, a little bit of everything. You just keep adding your skills. Add to your skills. Don't be afraid to get, a little bit hurt. But you don't want to get hurt, but you have to accept that you're going to get some bruises here and there.
What would you say, have you ever been hurt, and what would you say it has been the riskiest time that you've had as a stunt woman?
The goal as a stunt person is to not get hurt, so you train pretty much to do things in a dangerous way without actually getting hurt, so yeah.
A lot of precaution taking place. What was your involvement, if you weren't doing crazy live action in this, what was the other kind of action that you had in this project?
It's all in the face. That's all I gotta say.
She's the lead actress in the short, and I'm a background performer in the short, as you'll see.
Well, you know what? Sometimes you got to cast yourself as a background performer. I like that. You've been on a lot of your own projects. It's very cool to have some accompanying talent with you. And the fact that you have that much ability that you're able to now bring it into just the face is something that I'm excited about seeing on the big screen tonight. Thank you for joining us on the red carpet. I wish you the best of luck in the festival, and I will see you on the inside.
Thank you, Caleigh.
Nice to see you as well. Welcome back. Nice to meet you. Have fun in there. I'll see you soon. Thank you for joining us. We are on Roncesvalles. We are live. You are the internet. And I'm dedicating your role tonight to tell me when I have lipstick on my teeth. My name is Caleigh LeGrand, and this is the 8th annual Sudden Impulse Festival. We have another filmmaker that is joining us on the red carpet, so let's say hello to them. Come on up. Oh, they're polite because they're Canadian. Come on in. They were letting each other go first. So I'm going to pass this over. You're going to introduce yourself to the internet watching.
Okay, I'm Jesslyn Ferguson. I'm here tonight representing half of Identical Twins Productions, and our short sketch, Manna Can You Feel the Love Tonight, is in the Sudden Impulse Film Festival.
Identical twins. Are you an identical twin?
No, we just feel like we are. Yeah, we have the same birthday, and it just that connection. I feel like if you watch our stuff, you're like, whoa, those two are like thick as thieves,
You're star sisters.
Star sisters, exactly. Yeah.
You were born of the same star. The cosmos brought you together again in the corporeal form.
We're literally born on the same day. Yeah. So we're not, identical twins per se, but we're twins in our hearts.
Quite literally from the same stardust. Can you talk a little bit about the stardust and magic that was part of the production that you have?
Yeah. So this is it's a musical parody, but it's also really a story about friendship and true love and just the magic that is bonding people together and making them feel just so tight and together. And of course, parodying that through an Elton John song, duh,
Okay, so it is about magic and it has Elton John. Things I love. Question for you. What were the legalities, the rights that you had to deal with taking something that already existed, working with another musician's preconceived material?
Basically, we just are banking on parody law being there for us. And if Elton John ever sees this and is like, my song, we'll be like, okay, Elton, yeah, that's your song, you're right. Like, I'm not going to fight Elton John.
I mean, you've rehearsed the movement and you have it down pat.
You know, I'm like, okay, Elton, you got it. You go.
So would you say that's the biggest risk that you took in making this project?
I guess so. I mean, yeah, sure. The biggest risk in this is that Elton's going to see this and be like, they didn't respect it. And they made this joke song. I don't want to hear it anymore. And he'll come down.
If you were Elton, would you say that about your project?
Absolutely not. If I were Elton, I'd be like, whoa, this was just everything that I wanted, but instead I had to give it to this lion movie.
Had to, because the stars said so.
You know, Simba was like, that's my theme song.
Wow, okay. Is there anything to do with the Lion King in this?
No, absolutely not. No, it's called Mannequin, You Feel the Love Tonight. It's about two mannequins and their love story. And it's musical parody, and I don't want to like give it all away, but it's a real sweetie of a sketch for sure.
Well, I'm already on the edge of my seat to see this as well. I love music, I love Elton, I love magic, I love Cosmos. I'm already feeling a connection.
Ooh, okay.
Thank you for joining me on the red carpet. I will see you on the inside. If you want to grab a seat, the door's already open.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you for joining us on the red carpet as we interview all the filmmakers in the 8th annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. My name is Caleigh LeGrand, and we're about to find out the name of our next filmmaker. Come on up and join me on the red carpet. Stand on close like we know each other already. Maybe one on either side?
Hey, how are you? Oh,
Yeah, there we are. Hi, I'm going to let both of you introduce yourself quickly, and then we're going to talk about your project, if you don't mind.
That sounds good. My name's Brandon McIntosh.
I'm Tyler Shazma.
Pleasure to meet both of you. What's the name of the project that you have in tonight's film festival?
It is a couch named Desire.
That is the name of it, A Couch Named Desire?
The name of the film, yep.
So we're playing on Tennessee a little bit. Can you give me a log line, an idea of what it's about?
Yeah, it's not really about Tennessee, but, you know, it's about a man's love for a piece of furniture and how far he's willing to go to keep that love alive and send it off in the proper way. It's a documentary.
Documentary film, yeah. Documentary film. I believe it's one of the only documentary films in this festival.
Absolutely.
Well,
Tyler Shazma here, he's the star of it. It's about him and his couch, yeah.
My couch. Do you have a couch?
I do. I actually just bought a couch as well, so I feel like this film was probably made for me.
Attached to that couch. You're going to grow really attached to that couch. It's going to be your best friend, right?
Oh, I'm already attached. Do you know how many photos I've taken of this couch? I mean, you don't because I've never told you.
It's going to turn up in every photo you take around the couch, right?
I just posted a picture on Instagram of my couch today. This is kind of synchronicity that you guys made a film about a couch, and I have an obsession about mine already.
I feel like it's an unappreciated piece of furniture. You know, everyone's got one, but, you know.
You should have a couch out here. Where's your fucking couch?
We should have a couch. I don't know where it is. I'm not sure if that was in the budget, but maybe we'll bring it to the attention of the film director.
Find one around here somewhere. You probably find a couch.
I mean, it's a beautiful neighborhood, and sometimes they are put out on the side of the street. Maybe we'll go hunting later
That's not
on.
where you want your couch to end up, on the side of the street, right?
I do not ever want to let go of my couch. I've already formed an attachment.
Yeah, you'll have it for 100 years, I believe.
Do you still have the couch that you shot with?
Oh no, we fucking burnt it up.
Yeah, he just revealed the end of the movie, but yeah, sorry. It's all right.
Well, I mean, nobody else heard, only the world. But those who are
They're
here...
not going to watch the movie right now, right? But
Exactly.
They can watch the movie on the YouTube television.
They can watch it on the YouTube television, and that's where you should tune in to see this couch be ablaze. If you'd like to head on in and grab a seat, the festival is about to begin. Thank you for joining me on the red carpet.
Good luck with your couch.
Thank you. Said good luck with my couch. I'm very excited. Good luck with whatever next couch you get, and RIP to the one that you had.
Have a good sleep tonight on your couch. Sleep all night on your couch.
She probably has a bed. She probably has a bed. All right.
But a
I
couch-
don't. I
a couch
literally
can be a
don't.
bed. A couch can be a bed. Couch can be a bed. Couch can be your best friend.
A couch can be a bed. A couch can be a best friend. I literally don't have a bed right now, and I have slept on my couch for the past 2 nights because this is a huge anti-commercial for Wayfair. And I am Caleigh LeGrand at the 8th annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. We have another filmmaker stepping onto the red carpet with us, and she is a returning filmmaker. I'm going to let her introduce herself to the world.
Hi, I'm Courtney. I'm actually Courtney OConnor now because I recently got married.
Congratulations. Yes, you were engaged last year. How was your wedding?
Oh, it was wonderful. Unfortunately, my other half, Riley O'Connor, couldn't be here tonight because he is a professional musician playing with a wedding band tonight.
Oh, that's incredible. Why don't you step a little closer to the middle with me here? Pretend like we're friends since we've seen each other multiple years now. Can you tell me and the rest of the world watching a little bit about the project that you have in tonight's film festival?
Yes, it's a music video for our band, CR Extraordinaire. The song is called Overtime, and it's the best song I've written. And we shot it together. Turned out pretty good, and I'm happy to show it tonight.
Is it something that you were also showcasing yourself in? Did you shoot yourselves in this video?
Yes, it's mostly shots of people working or different imagery related to that, like coffee brewing and stuff like that. We set up the camera on a tripod to get both of us in there. Other than that, I was behind the camera.
That's incredible. Now, you sing, you act, you also shoot your own material. What else are you doing on your own projects? Do you edit it?
Yeah, pretty much everything.
That's incredible. Kudos to you. I just took that journey, and it is not an easy feat, but it's such an accomplished feeling when you're finished. How do you feel now that you've put that together?
Excellent. I strive every year to have something ready for the Sudden Impulse Film Festival.
Well, and we love that you have something in it again this year. Thank you for joining us on the red carpet. Congratulations again. I'm looking forward to seeing this culminating piece of everything that you do put together. If you'd like to go in and grab a seat, the door's open, and you can take a step the rest of the way down the red carpet.
Thank you very much. Hi, Mom and Etienne. Mwah.
Love is in the air tonight, not just because Elton John is watching. I'm Caleigh LeGrand, and this is the 8th Sudden Impulse Film Festival. We do have another filmmaker joining us on the carpet before we head in to watch the films tonight. So why don't you come on in and join me on the red carpet? Oh, we have another returning filmmaker. Good bud of mine, come on in. Introduce yourself, Bri.
Hello, Caleigh. I'm Bryan Hertzog. Hello, everybody.
That's his introduction. Get off the red carpet now.
Well, what do you want me to say? You gotta pull it out of me.
Kidding. We actually had Bryan rap one year. I'm not going to force him to do it again, but it was probably one of the biggest highlights of my time at the Sudden Impulse Film Festival. This man is uber talented. He does comedy. He shoots his own material. He edits his own material. He's also an incredible actor. He does a lot in this city. I'm not going to let him talk because I'm his walking resume, but I'd like you to tell the world what the project is that you have in tonight's film festival. So I will pass this over.
Oh, I'm gonna hold this. Well, yeah, you know. Oh, I don't want to take it from. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna rap right here because the first thing that I think we're gonna show is a rap video. It's a comedy music video about. It's comparing two chairs. So it's comparing a race car gaming chair versus a Herman Miller ergonomic chair, and it's all truth. So when people watch it, they should know that it's 100% all facts, and it's a true story. And then second, we have a 12-minute short film. It's kind of like a Footloose spoof. It's like 80s themed dance, like kind of coming of age story, and I'm interested to see how people are going to respond to it because only one person's seen it so far. So
who is that?
Stefan, who runs the festival. So
I should have guessed, but my first thought was mom. Does your mom watch any of your material?
Yeah, maybe some of it, but usually I keep it hush hush until I know people like it. Then I'll share it with the family because we're artists, right? We don't want to show. Parents are the last people you want to show your stuff to. You got to make sure that it's accepted by everybody, and then you'll pass it along.
You need everybody else's approval before you go back and get mom and dad's approval.
Well, they're the most critical, as we all know, right?
We do. We're getting into Freudian chaise kind of talk right now. I love that you have chairs in your project. We have a bit of a theme of furniture being incorporated into some of our work. Is there a reason why you used chairs in this project?
I got music videos about pretty much everything that I'm doing in my life. I got a couch one as well, but it got bumped because there's another couch video. I got a plant video. You really just check out my YouTube, Constructive Comedy, or the Instagram at Bryan Hertzog, and you can see all the weird comedy videos that I'm making. Some of them are super awesome. Some of them are pretty obscure. This short film's pretty obscure too. And I got all our castmates right here. So I'd love to just bring them out for one quick second.
Come on up and say hello to the world before you head on in. Please, yes. Scooch on in. Pretend like we all like each other. I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself to the world.
My name is Robert Fulton.
And what did you play in this project?
I play Brian's father in this project, which was a challenging role to express love for him on every level. I don't know what I'm saying.
So there was a father involved. I'm not sure if Brian's father is going to see that portrayal, but that's going to be coming down the chute for the parents. Would you mind scooching in?
John Frank, you got to stand here. We got to get the photo with everybody.
And while they're grabbing a photo, would you mind introducing yourself to the world?
Hi, I'm David Boyce.
And what was your part in this project?
I was a priest.
A priest.
I'm surprised you would even ask me that.
Well, you know, we will have a spiritual conversation once we step off of the live camera. The way that I don't notice religion in front of me is already putting me into a tailspin of words. Would you mind introducing yourself as well? But you're going to have to step into the middle here so we can all see you.
I'm Natalie. I was helping with the lighting and the extra stuff on set to make things a little easier.
Yes,
for
she came and helped just with the workload. Because we had a really small crew and we had a really tight time frame. So she came out for one of the shoot days. And then John Frank over here, he came out for 3. They were all really short shoot days, but he did a lot of shooting on the project. So why don't you go put him on the spot?
There you go.
John Frank, a little closer here. Before you guys walk off the red carpet, I just want you to introduce yourself to the world as well and what involvement you have with this project.
Well, I guess I already got introduced. My name's John Frank, go by GFP. I guess I was the camera monkey. I helped light it, I helped shoot it. It was a fun time.
Is that what your business card says? Camera monkey?
It should. It should.
I think it's a great title. It should. I'll design that for you.
Done deal.
Thank you so much for joining us on the red carpet. Have so much fun while you are inside watching the films tonight. Another film that has furniture in it, and that's the theme of my world right now. I'm excited.
Wait, can we pose for one quick photo with Jay? Because he's got the camera right there. Just so
You're
we're all
watching
looking
live a photo
Hey.
happening. Smile, 3, 2, 1. Talking through the teeth. Never yet entertained. I am not a ventriloquist.
No. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Caleigh.
Ventriloquist. Lovely to see you again.
Pleasure as always. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us.
All right. We're out of here.
Yes, I will see you on the inside.
Just spread out all the ways.
Please
I'm going this
scatter.
way.
Scatter like madmen. All right. I am Caleigh LeGrand. We are coming close to showtime, so I'm bringing up one more filmmaker, 2 more filmmakers. I can count fingers. We are at the 8th annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. Here comes another filmmaker. Get on in close. Beautiful. Okay, there's a crowd cheering. We have royalty in our presence. Would you mind introducing yourself to the internet?
I'm Amy Force.
And what was your project in tonight's festival?
A short film called Cosmic Bang. I was the writer and director.
Cosmic Bang. Does it have, let's scooch over a little bit into the middle. Does it have anything to do with the cosmos?
Slightly. I'd say that kind of everything I do has this kind of experimental, ethereal kind of quality to it at times, so I'm sure the cosmos plays into it. Yeah.
Oh, for those watching who aren't able to come and see it live, are you able to give us a premise? What is the film about?
Yeah, so actually the real premise is it's about a girl who's trying to buy her favorite record at her favorite record store, and the person who works there kind of refuses to acknowledge her existence. So she has this sort of existential crisis about that.
I mean, I don't really want to say that every record store is like that, because I've had some good experiences with record stores, but does that come from a personal experience?
It's actually based on a story that one of my best friends told me, where he did try to go into a record store in Toronto here, and someone he knew for about 10 years worked there, and he just, whenever he saw him, whenever he ran into him at parties, he just refused to acknowledge that he'd ever met him before and that he existed pretty much. So my friend was like, I can't go into the store now because he works there and I just can't handle that. So I thought that was ridiculous. I should probably make a film about it, and that's how that happened.
That is ridiculous. I love that you made a film about it. I'm excited to see that. I have a friend who has been going through the same kind of experience, and I think that's something that maybe other people might relate to.
I think so. It's a story kind of about ego and about feeling self-conscious and comparing yourself to other people that seem, more successful or cooler or, have everything going on for them. So I think it's something that we can all relate to.
I'm super excited. We're talking about the ego, probably because we're already on a Freudian chaise, and now it's all connected. I think Stefan had an idea when he put these films together. I'm excited to see your film in there. You look gorgeous tonight. You have a fan crowd out there cheering for you, which you can all hear. Thank you for joining me on the red carpet, and I will see you on the inside. We have one more filmmaker coming up. People are going nuts. I'm Caleigh LeGrand, and we are at the 8th annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. Hop on in. Wow, I love the earrings, and they match your hair. Hi.
Oh, wow.
This
you need
is,
one at this point?
I do. That was a beautiful moment. Okay, please introduce yourself to the internet.
I'm Liz Taylor, and my film Marital AIDS, which is my directorial debut short film, is screening in the festival tonight. And I'm super stoked to have some friends here, so I want them all in the picture. Come on, can they be in? Come on, we want to wrap this up because they're going inside to watch movies. Just come. This is Karan. This is my son Max. Here, just come in. They have nothing to do with this film.
Come on in. We've got a director on our hands. That's all right. Come on around to this side. We do have a director on our hands. We're taking another photo. You get to see this happening live on Roncesvalles in Toronto. We are at the 8th annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. This is Liz Taylor. I'm sure some of you know Liz Taylor out there. So if you are not here, you are going to miss some spectacular work, and I am excited to see you guys go in. I don't want to hold you up because the films are about to begin. Thank you for stepping on and grabbing a picture with us.
Thank you so much. And thank you everybody who came. And if you haven't been here before, I'll see you next year. Sudden Impulse Film Festival. And that's a wrap. Let's go watch movies.
Thank you for joining us. Enjoy the festival. Well, Liz Taylor said it right. That is a wrap for the red carpet. We have an incredible energy here on Roncesvalles in Toronto for the 8th annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. I can feel goosebumps. The energy is live. It is exuberant. I'm going to head on in. I am sorry to those who were not able to make it here, but thank you to tuning in to the internet, to seeing all of the filmmakers who are part of this. And Liz Taylor's right, you will be here next year, because you can feel it too. This is Caleigh LeGrand signing off in Toronto. Have fun.